Welcome all. Thank you so much for joining us here today. I really appreciate you spending some of your Saturday afternoon with us. I am part of the wider family at the Ryerson Career and Co-op Centre. So I work with a team of 4 who exclusively support FCAD students, and that's why we call ourselves the FCAD Careers team. Our Career and Co-op Centre is an award-winning department dedicated to helping all Ryerson students build careers for life. And unlike many other university career centres, our advisors are actually faculty aligned. Again, that means I work exclusively with FCAD students. And we really believe that this makes for top quality advice, events, and employer partnerships that are entirely tailored to FCAD students and alumni. Next slide, please. Okay, so that's who we are. What do we do? How do we support students? Next slide, please. Okay, so we offer year-round support for our students and alumni up to 5 years after graduation. That means all of our students get support in the transition from graduating university into their next steps, whether that's looking for a job or potentially applying to grad school. We offer one-on-one advising and weekly workshops on all aspects of professional development and job searching. Some of our FCAD alumni have also dreamed big too and secured some incredible opportunities with employers such as those on this slide. So here's just a handful of the companies our grads have gone on to work for: Vogue, NHL, Adobe, Sportsnet, Bell Media, American Express, Shopify, Spin Master, who are a big toy production company, CBC, SGS Co, big on the GCM side, Microsoft, Tangerine, TIFF, and more. So for the Creative Industries program, here's just a little sample of where our alumni have gone on to. A live social coordinator with NHL, a PR specialist at IKEA, communications specialist with FedEx, and an account executive in advertising at McCann Canada. Also, many have gone on to master's degrees, such as a Master of Design at Harvard University. For those of our students interested in graphic communications management, and we have graphic designer at Xerox, a marketing specialist at Sobeys, creative production coordinator with Mercedes-Benz, a graphic design team lead at Johnson & Johnson, and project manager of partnerships with Tangerine Bank. For those interested in journalism, again, here's just a bit of a snapshot. Of course, we have lots of journalism graduates go on to print and broadcast media, as well as magazine editor with Elle Canada, social media strategist with Adobe, digital content specialist at Shopify, producer with Discovery Channel in the US, and a morning show host at CTV. Someone said they want to be an on-air host. Professional communication, these are again just a snapshot. Corporate public relations at Four Seasons Hotel and Resorts, a social community and content manager at Rogers, and a communications specialist at TD. Lots of corporate communications as well, fabulous brands. Okay, next slide, please. Fashion. A lot of you said that you want to be fashion designers, of which we do have some fantastic alumni who have gone on to launch their own brands and work for very well-established ones too. So fashion designer, a stylist at Scotch & Soda, technical design at Sears, content and fashion editor at Wedlooks, product developer at House of Hackney. For our radio and TV arts, this also includes the sport media program, so digital content producer at Yahoo Sports, associate producer at CBC, an on-air host, again, MLSE, Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment, radio promotions at Rogers Media, and product designer at Facebook. And in fact, the product designer at Facebook was an alumni who came to speak to our students just recently as well in one of our virtual events with FCAD Careers. And Matt Mitchell is a development executive with Amazon Studios, who recently located from Toronto to LA and now in Tokyo with Amazon. And his advice is to take advantage of all the extracurriculars we have at Ryerson, which can be a great way to socialize with other students and build real skills and work experience along the way. Matt says, the highlight of my experience at Ryerson was through being involved with the Ryerson Students' Union as an FCAD director and as VP Events of Residence Council. I gained the closest friends I have today from those experiences, and they really shaped who I am. He advises jump at every opportunity because that experience of putting yourself out there will enrich your life for years to come. I wish I was doing it again. How fun.
Actually, maybe there is one question in here. Emma, there is a question. This student, I'm assuming, is interested in fashion. They're wondering if a lot of graduates move somewhere else for more opportunities, or do they typically stay in Toronto?
Our alumni go all over. We've actually had just 2 panels this year, and I'm sure we're going to hold more next year as well, specifically for international pathways, creating, launching your career elsewhere. So our alumni do end up all over the world. They really, really do. There is a very vibrant fashion scene in Toronto, as well as Vancouver and Montreal. So yes, some of our fashion designers and stylists and the rest have stayed in Toronto, but the world's the limit. Like really, we do have FCAD students go all over.
Our next question is about our new media program. I feel like our new media program, when I talk to students about this program, they're always wondering, oh, like what's new media about? So this student is asking kind of, where do our new media students go after graduating?
We have the new media students have very well prepped UX, UI. Gaming is very popular right now. Esports is a very growing industry as well. So with new media students, they are prepped for a range of different opportunities where media intersects with technology as well as I'd see them go on to traditional media paths as well.
Yeah, so the question is about what types of creative extracurriculars does Ryerson offer to students? So what are some on-campus opportunities where students can kind of apply their skills there? So
absolutely. Yeah. There are student groups around Ryerson, either dedicated to specific programs or interests, so you can absolutely get involved with student groups, societies. There are opportunities, as I said, for internships where, depending on the program, you can explore and try out like a different aspect of your interests live within a professional setting. You could try career boost jobs. So again, these are on-campus paid opportunities to really level up your skills in a professional setting, saying, okay, I want to try out my multimedia skills. I want to try out my social media coordination skills. I want to try out my graphic designer skills. And so there are opportunities to do that and get paid for it too. There are volunteering. I'm a huge fan of volunteer work, whether that's within the Ryerson community or beyond. And we post a lot of those opportunities with students through social media, and you'll get updates from your program advisor as well. Wonderful ways to get involved there. Also on hand, when you progress through your studies, if you're interested in freelancing, I'm happy to help you set that up and navigate that career path. So really, there are so many opportunities within both student-run activities, but also things that your program will set up and things that you can pursue on your own. Career boost, volunteer, part-time jobs and beyond.
Our next question is regarding with photography. This student wants to know about what are the most common career paths for some of our photography students.
We've had students, obviously, photography as a career path. We've had students who have gone on to further education and then work in archives. We've had students who have gone on to work in film and television with those skills, so cinematography and such. We've had really, it's really varied. Those skills that they're learning, working with others, collaborating, the technical skills, the digital literacy that they have gone into sort of variety of career paths. So again, even in marketing, I'm just taking a look at some of my data here. In marketing, media, advertising, e-commerce, tech, journalism, it really has been a varied, lots of varied career paths, as well as, of course, traditionally freelance photographers, cinematographers, etc.
Yeah, so we've actually got a few questions also about a lot of students are looking internationally. They want to kind of get some experience outside of Canada with regards to their internships. What does career support look like for our students looking for international internships?
We have a job board and it's not one we manage. I mean, we have a list of job boards that are international, that are broken down by creative sector. So if you're interested in media, I mean, US, UK, Dubai, those are the ones I keep getting questions about all the time. So we have some job boards you can take a look at. You can also strategize how to cold email and research companies that you're very interested in. International internships are absolutely something that we support. Your internship coordinator will also work with you to make sure that you have all the preparation you need paperwork wise and safety wise to make sure that you're safe while you're abroad, that we know where you are. So there's actually quite a partnership actually of the team that we're working around you when you go off on an international internship. There'll be myself, which will help you strategize who to reach out to, research where you can look for those roles. There'll be your internship coordinator, who often has a handful of opportunities that are advertised through the school for international, just a few, but we'll also work with you. And then we have Ryerson International, who will be making sure that you have everything you need to feel safe, prepared, and that we know where you are when you're off on international internship. Global Campus Studio.
Our Global Campus Studio, thank you. Yes, so there are opportunities for students to collaborate virtually with other students around the world. I know I think one of the most recent examples is we've had a few students from FCAD collaborate on 2 students from Korea, and they made a music video together. So there are, even right now on campus, there are ways for you to connect with the world.
Primary, if you're like really struggling between which course to take, which program to really look at, start with you first, because this is how we work with students when we're career planning as well. First, you need to become an expert in you before really deciding I'm going to latch myself onto this career path or do the research of what's out there. So really have a look at like, what do you love to do? What do you get lost in? What are your natural strengths? What do you care about? What matters to you? What are your values? And what are you interested in? And let that help guide you as you make your career, your sort of, not only your program decisions, but as we go forward and work together, that'll help you guide your career planning decisions as well. So start with you first and let that guide you. And lastly, know we are here. We are here to support you no matter what stage of your university career you may be in. Some people think that, oh, I don't need to come and chat to careers until I'm in 4th year. Absolutely not. We want to be here for you through each year and each stage of your university career. When it comes to planning what you're going to take for internships, how you're going to start building your network in years 2 and 3, how to find volunteer positions, part-time jobs. We're here for all of those steps throughout your university career, and then up to 5 years after you graduate. So I really hope that we get to meet each other in person soon.
So on behalf of Ryerson University and my entire team here, thank you once again for joining us today. I hope your friends, yourself, your family continue to stay safe and healthy, and we hope that we can see you on campus in the near future. All right, take care, everyone.